The world of professional wrestling has always thrived on moments that blur the line between drama, athleticism, and pure entertainment. At the latest premium live event, fans witnessed one such unforgettable moment when Becky Lynch, the Man, stood firmly by the side of her husband Seth Rollins to ensure that he walked out still holding the coveted World Heavyweight Championship. This was not just a routine championship defense. It was a battle that tested the grit, resilience, and determination of Seth Rollins, as he fought not only against a determined challenger but also against the mounting pressure of maintaining his reign at the top. The match had everything: technical mastery, brutal exchanges, high-risk maneuvers, and the kind of shocking interference that only WWE can deliver. And when the dust settled, it was Becky Lynch's involvement that tipped the scales in favor of her husband, etching their partnership into the annals of wrestling history. The build-up, tension and anticipation. Heading into this championship showdown, Seth Rollins had already proven himself as one of the most consistent performers in WWE. Known as the Visionary, Rollins carried the World Heavyweight Championship with pride and showcased his ability to deliver five-star matches on a nightly basis. Yet, the challenger, who had been climbing the ranks with relentless determination, was viewed as the biggest threat to Rollins' reign so far. The weeks leading up to the event were filled with verbal clashes, sneak attacks, and fiery promos. Rollins, as always, laughed off his opponent's confidence but knew deep down that one slip-up could cost him everything. The challenger, meanwhile, emphasized that Rollins' reliance on theatrics and crowd support wouldn't be enough this time. Interestingly, the spotlight wasn't only on Seth Rollins. Becky Lynch's presence in the story loomed large. Ever since the couple became one of WWE's most powerful duos, fans speculated whether Becky would play any role in her husband's high-stakes match. Some argued that Rollins, being a world-class competitor, needed no assistance. Others believed that in WWE, alliances and surprises often make the difference between victory and defeat. The match begins. High energy from the start. As the bell rang, the atmosphere inside the arena was electrifying. The fans, singing Rollins' iconic theme song at the top of their lungs, created an environment that felt larger than life. The challenger wasted no time, charging straight at Rollins with a flurry of strikes, attempting to wear down the champion early. Rollins, however, responded in kind. His agility, combined with his veteran instincts, allowed him to counter the early onslaught with sharp kicks, precise strikes, and an aerial assault that reminded everyone why he is considered one of the most complete performers in modern wrestling. The pace of the match escalated quickly. There were near falls within the first 10 minutes, including a dramatic sequence where Rollins nearly hit the curb stomp, only for the challenger to counter it into a devastating powerbomb. The crowd erupted, believing they might witness a title change sooner than expected. The middle phase, back and forth warfare. The middle portion of the match turned into a brutal chess game. Every time Rollins seemed to gain momentum, the challenger found a way to turn the tide. A crushing suplex on the steel steps, a near fall after a top rope maneuver, and several submissions tested the endurance of the champion. Rollins, known for his resilience, refused to give in. He fought back with a breathtaking suicide dive, a frog splash that nearly secured victory, and a superkick that had the crowd on its feet. The drama intensified with each passing moment, as fans realized they were watching a match that could go down as one of the most memorable in recent history. Commentators hyped the stakes at every opportunity, emphasizing that Rollins' championship reign was in jeopardy. The challenger, sensing victory, grew more aggressive, targeting Rollins' injured knee, a weakness that has haunted him for years. The turning point. Becky Lynch enters the story. Just when it seemed Rollins might be on the verge of collapse, the arena erupted with an unexpected sight: Becky Lynch charging down the ramp. The crowd's reaction was deafening. Some cheered in approval, while others questioned whether her interference would taint what had been a classic contest. The challenger's focus momentarily shifted toward Becky, which gave Rollins a brief opening. Yet Becky did not immediately get physically involved. Instead, she used her presence to disrupt the challenger's concentration, shouting encouragement to her husband while circling ringside. Moments later, when the challenger attempted to bring a steel chair into the ring, Becky made her move. In a split-second decision, she yanked the chair away, preventing what could have been a career-altering shot to her husband's skull. The distraction allowed Rollins to recover and hit a devastating superkick, followed by the curb stomp. But it wasn't over. The challenger somehow kicked out at 2 3/4, sending shockwaves through the arena. That's when Becky Lynch made her presence felt again. As the referee was temporarily distracted by the challenger's allies at ringside, Becky struck with a decisive blow outside the ring, neutralizing the interference and giving Rollins the clean shot he needed. The finish. Rollins stays on top. With the challenger dazed and the playing field cleared, Rollins capitalized. He delivered another curb stomp, this time with enough force to keep his opponent down for the 3 count. The referee's hand hit the mat. 1, 2, 3. The arena exploded with emotion. Rollins had retained the World Heavyweight Championship, and he immediately embraced Becky Lynch in the middle of the ring. The couple stood tall, celebrating a victory that was as much about love and loyalty as it was about wrestling dominance. Fan reaction. Social media buzz. As expected, fans around the world erupted on social media. Within minutes, hashtags like #Seth Rollins, #Becky Lynch, and #World Heavyweight Championship trended globally. Some fans praised the duo, calling them the ultimate WWE power couple, while others debated whether Rollins' victory was truly legitimate given Becky's involvement. Memes, reaction videos, and clips of Becky's interference circulated rapidly, further cementing the moment as one of the most talked about in recent WWE history. Critics and analysts weighed in too, some applauding the storytelling, while others argued that Rollins should have won without outside help. What this means for the future. The aftermath of this match raises intriguing questions for WWE's future storytelling. 1. For Seth Rollins, his reign continues, but with an asterisk in the eyes of some fans. Will challengers use Becky's interference as ammunition to claim Rollins can't win alone? This could add fuel to future rivalries. 2. For Becky Lynch, her involvement opens the door to new storylines. Could she face repercussions from WWE officials or the challenger's allies? Might we see mixed tag matches featuring the couple against their rivals? 3. For the challenger, though unsuccessful, the challenger came incredibly close to dethroning Rollins. With such a strong showing, they are unlikely to fade from the title picture anytime soon. In fact, the controversial finish almost guarantees a rematch down the line. The broader impact. A wrestling power couple. What makes this story unique is not just the title defense, but the way WWE highlighted the relationship between Rollins and Lynch. Wrestling fans love larger-than-life characters, but they also connect deeply with genuine human stories. By showcasing Becky standing by Seth's side, WWE tapped into the real-life bond between the two, creating a moment that resonated far beyond the squared circle. This isn't the first time power couples have made waves in wrestling, but Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch bring a unique blend of charisma, credibility, and mainstream appeal that sets them apart. Their partnership in this storyline adds a new layer of intrigue to both of their careers. Conclusion. A defining chapter. In the grand tapestry of WWE history, certain matches stand out not just for the in-ring action, but for the moments that define them. Seth Rollins retaining the World Heavyweight Championship with the crucial support of Becky Lynch is one such chapter. It was a night of high drama, breathtaking athleticism, and storytelling that reminded fans why they love professional wrestling. Rollins remains the champion, Becky Lynch once again proved why she's the man, and together, they left the WWE Universe buzzing with excitement about what comes next. One thing is clear, as long as Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch stand together, the WWE landscape will never be the same.